The Solana network had an outage this morning, causing a lot of people to question what in the world is happening. And so I'm going to give you a quick update on what happened and why it's not really that big of a deal, but people are going to try to blow it out of proportion. So what we can see here is about 2 hours ago, we got information that the ecosystem was investigating an outage on the mainnet beta for the Solana network. Then about an hour later, they said engineers from across the ecosystem are readying a new validator software release, which includes a patch to address an issue which caused the cluster to halt. Validator operators should prepare for an upgrade and restart of the network. Then about roughly 25 minutes later, they said that mainnet validator operators released the version v1.17.20 and that it was ready to rock and roll. Then they gave some restart instructions about roughly 15 to 20 minutes later. So what you can see here is that over the course of an hour and a half to 2 hours, they recognized that there was an issue that was happening with the cluster that was causing the network to deteriorate rather rapidly. Less than an hour later, they already had a solution. That solution was then provided to all the validators. The validators upgraded their software, restarted the network, and here we are. It's fixed, okay? Now, people are going to come out and say this is the reason why Solana sucks, and this is the reason why Solana can't be trusted, and this is the reason why everyone should just stick to Ethereum, and they can say the things that they want. But let's just take a look at the price and see what people think. As a result of this, which of course people are on Twitter saying that this is just some terrible event that's happened for Solana, we saw Solana's price fall a grand whopping roughly about 3%, from roughly $96 to $93. Now, let me explain this to some of you who may be new out there. This is rather normal on Solana, okay? If you were here in 2021, this thing was happening like every week at some given point. And the fact that this just happened for the very first time after everything that's happened on Solana with Jupiter, with Myro, with Bonk, with Solana's price itself, with all of these other airdrops happening, with the meme coin development, with platform development, dApps being integrated, all of these things, the fact that this is the first time we've seen a Solana network outage goes to prove exactly what me and many of the other Solana supporters have said, is that Solana has substantially grown since prior, the previous market, right? And no, clearly they're not going to have it perfect yet. Clearly it's not going to be 100% yet, because that's not the route in which Solana has taken. Solana's not taken the Ada Cardano route, which is let's just look past every single door before we walk through it. Let's make sure and observe and analyze and see what all could possibly happen before we ever walk through it, so that we never step on a landmine. Solana just says we're just going to literally just book it through these doors. We're going to run straight through them, and whatever problems pop up, we'll just deal with them when we run into them. And that's the approach they've taken since they've come out, and that's the approach that they will continue to take. And so, considering the fact that again now we're just seeing this for the first time, it's actually bullish to me, because it says, oh wow, this is true. It's amazing that they've actually been able to make the network more reliable, and something like this didn't happen in the middle of the Jupiter airdrop or Bonk or Myro pushing up or any of those other instances, right? And so for me, this isn't something to be concerned about. But if you're new to the Solana ecosystem, do understand things like this are going to happen more and more often. And the reason why the price barely fell today because of this is because people understand that's a bit of a thing with Solana. It's going to have these moments where it needs to adapt, learn, and evolve to continue in the direction it's going. But you can kind of bet on the fact that it's pretty much almost always going to adapt, evolve, and overcome whatever kind of jumps out in front of it, because they have the resources and the expendable resources especially to make these changes and adaptations extremely fast. Now, as a result of that, even this morning, whenever that that thing happened, I went out there about an hour ago roughly. I said, I feel like people may try to blow this Solana outage out of proportion, gonna add more to my soul bag, he. And that's what I kind of do. When Solana has these moments and has these problems, I just pick up a little bit more, because it's like they're gonna figure it out, they're gonna overcome it, and then they're gonna shake back, and then people are gonna be like, oh, I guess Solana is still around, right? It's not a big deal, okay? Now, on top of that, if you do want to see personally when I do buy things, you can check out my Patreon down below. But at the end of the day, again, yeah, it's not really something to be all that concerned about. And although you're going to see these crazy headlines, I really wouldn't stress about it at all, okay? So I just wanted to give you that quick update. Don't forget, if you do want to buy some Solana yourself, you can do all of your buying, spot trading, or leverage trading over on DeepCoin. I do have a link for you down below. If you use it, if you deposit $100, they're going to give you $20 back to just use on whatever you want, and a $100 fee voucher, meaning you can trade for free before you run out of $100 in fees. And so it's absolutely amazing to be able to just trade for free and also get a free 20 bucks. 20% gain ain't too bad, especially in this market. So go ahead and check that out down below. But again, I wanted to just give you a general update. I have a couple more videos dropping today, so make sure that you turn on your notifications, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.